Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we are discussing about Grimes. If you're not familiar with that, it is a musician. With that, it's a she. She is a musician, an artist, and I actually saw her live in concert once before she was the girlfriend of Elon Musk. I was at Lollapalooza. Pretty cool stuff, and I was actually jamming out to it. A little bit of a weird music vibe, but if you're into that kind of music, it's a little hectic, it's electric. All right, cool. Anyways, so Grimes has made $5.8 million from Nifties by NiftyGateway, Nifties, NFTs. That's what people are calling them, Nifties. It's the slang. So NiftyGateway is the website where she sold her artwork, and I'm actually going to show you in a later video how to use NiftyGateway for reselling. Now, I have not actually purchased anything, but I'm interested. I'm thinking in purchasing one artwork piece. The reason I couldn't buy Grimes, I actually joined NiftyGateway after Grimes had her auction. And when I saw those prices, I was flabbergasted. I think they were starting from $7,500 and the resale values were already $9,000, $10,000, even $20,000 for some of her artwork pieces. There were two artwork pieces that were being sold, but with NFTs, the way it works, sometimes the artist makes it limited. Sometimes they allow you 100 versions of those, but each version is unique. Each version has its own code, it has its own number. It's kind of like a limited edition Ferrari. There's only 500 produced and every single one is limited and has those little silver plates that says 1 out of 500, 54 out of 500. And obviously the first out of 500 is going to be the most valuable, but even 500 out of 500 is still going to be valuable if the resale value is going through the roof. And one artist in particular, we were already discussing on Kaberi, made a video about NFTs, how other celebrities, musicians, and even CEOs and entrepreneurial spirits such as Mark Cuban have made a fair bit of money and they're getting introduced to NFTs. Gary Vaynerchuk is going crazy. Mark Cuban sold his pieces for $750. There's a lot of rappers that started for $750. And if it's a lot of these celebrities like Soulja Boy or somebody who's just really getting into crypto as of late, maybe they're late to the party, but you know that they have a big following, you know that they have a collection. It's not just one piece, you know that there's certain things coming out and it's going to be limited. There's not going to be a lot of it and the price isn't crazy. Some of these celebrities understand, well, it's their first piece, so they're going to sell it for $750, which is not bad at all. You have to include $750 plus gas fees. So it's kind of like DeFi. Always include gas fees into, hey, should I purchase this piece? Because there's gas fees when you're purchasing and there's gas fees when you're selling. And if the gas fees are really bad, you can lose a few $100s even, or maybe even up to $1,000 if it's like super congested, but usually a few $100s. So for the smaller pieces, it only makes sense if you're going to hold on to it. But for Grimes, a few $100s when you're paying $7,500 is not all that bad in the grand scheme of things. So each artist, each celebrity picks out how many pieces they want to produce, where they want to sell these auctions at, and then you just wait like a normal auction. Sometimes they have a bidding going on, so there's bidding wars. Some artists have done both, where they have normal bidding and normal prices, where you can have a buy it now price, which Grimes did a buy it now. And there's some people who do both, where the latest auction I saw, there was 3 pieces, 2 were buy it now, and 1 was limited edition, where there was only 1 unique piece ever going out. And that auction, the last time I saw it, I think it's still going on, it was $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, and that started from, I think, a few $1,000s. So that's pretty crazy, but certain pieces have sold even for $1 million each. That's not too bad. So Grimes in total made over $5.8 million in a few hours, which I'm sure Elon Musk is quite proud of her. And Elon Musk, who knows? I mean, his partner, the mother of his child, has just gotten into NFTs. She made millions of dollars. I'm not sure if it would make sense for Elon Musk to start selling NFTs. Obviously, I think you'd make tens of millions of dollars, but in the grand scheme of things, he's worth 200 million or 190 million or whatever it is at currently at paper value. And I'm not sure if that would help Tesla. I'm not sure if that would help the SEC. They're not having a fun opinion of him as of late, as he's promoting cryptocurrencies, and now Tesla is investing in cryptocurrency. Probably Elon Musk, in his own portfolio, he probably has some crypto, but he's not able to talk about it because, you know, that's how it works when you get really political and you're a major celebrity and you're a multi-billionaire and one of the most powerful people on the planet. So I'm not sure that Elon Musk is necessarily going to get into NFTs anytime soon, but I'm positive that his girlfriend, his partner, his mother of his child has certainly made mention of this, and he's like, oh, that's pretty cool, yeah. So maybe in the future he's going to be also participating in that. Maybe he's buying, maybe he's reselling, who knows? But it is a fascinating world, and even though I'm not interested in art, I have to admire the resale value of it. Like I told you guys, my second hobby is reselling, and I'm thinking about just testing it out, just testing the waters. Obviously, there are risks. This is just as risky as DeFi, but it's less risky than, if you have no idea what you're doing, it's less risky than DeFi because it's easier to research these artists. And like I said, the celebrity auctions are the ones that usually make the most amount of money. But there are plenty of other websites where there are no auctions. People just mint their NFT pieces. And there's even gasless minting right now, where some auction places are allowing artists not to pay gas fees, and obviously that's centralized because that's the only way it works without gas fees. So it's a little, yeah, if you don't have an understanding of cryptocurrency, I wouldn't recommend going that route. But there's a lot of people who are artists, and this is the first time they've been interested in Bitcoin and NFTs because everyone's telling them, do an NFT, and some, 1 to 10% are going to make millions of dollars, and the rest, they might make a few $100s, they make a few thousand. They're getting into the community, so that's good. I think NFTs are going to be a huge thing going into the future, but there is a little bit of overhype to it. So just be careful, understand that there are risks to it. You could lose your money if you do your research wrong, and even if you do your research right, everything could just, it could get messed up. But the easiest pieces to flip are going to be coming from people like Grime, musicians, major celebrities, powerful people that within a few days you might be even able to flip it. But People is one of the craziest artwork designers right now. He is going absolutely nuts. All of his auction pieces, except his latest one where he released artwork for just a single dollar, people were flipping out. It's kind of like, Banksy, the guy who does like graffiti for free, and then the graffiti's worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he does it on houses, and people are selling like the houses with the graffiti, and they're trying to protect it and all that stuff. Well, I think that's what Beeple's going for, because if you don't understand what I can't explain it that well, so I'm going to have a link in the description below of a guy who really is into NFTs. He's a good reseller, but that's not his primary focus. He's just he's an artist, and he has a good video about why Beeple deserves getting millions of dollars, because he has been posting artwork for free for the past 13 years. So it's not an overnight success story. It's a 13-year in the making story where finally he's made a few $1 million, where if you take that out, sure, it's a few $100,000 per year, but it's still not that crazy when you consider all things that he posted thousands and thousands of artwork pieces for free, and now finally he's selling certain things. But it doesn't shock me that he came out with a collection that was just $1. And obviously resale values are crazy high right now. Beeple's largest auction was at Christie's, where he sold his stuff for $6 million. The single largest piece sold for $777,777, almost 800 grand, and that was before Christie's. We're gonna be making a video about NFTs. That's all there is to it. If you want to check out the person that I linked down below, he goes more into it. You're able to explore that particular website, and it's a little bit better than some of the other NFT websites, but there are other ones out there. You do have to be careful because not every single NFT is going to be going up in resale value. The ones that have a high probability of doing so, like I said, are the ones that are going to cost you more, because there's plenty of NFTs that cost you $10, $50, $100, right? But that kind of doesn't make sense because there's going to be gas fees. But you also have to factor in that you could lose that money because a lot of these artists are unknown. And sure, you have a higher chance, if you know your stuff, of finding the next Mona Lisa, the next Picasso of the digital art world, but it's still a very high risk game. So if you have no idea what you're doing, it's better to just research some celebrity auctions that are going to be upcoming. And sure, if you have a few $1,000s, usually they're $1,000 to $3,000. Like I said, Mark Cuban's was $750. So if you get really lucky, because even if you have the money, it sells out just like that. It sells out within a minute. It's kind of like the sneaker drops. You don't need bots, you just need to get really lucky. I wouldn't trust bots this early into cryptocurrency. I'm sure that's going to be a thing later on. But yes, there have been cases where people have made $50,000 from a $1,000 investment just from holding on for a few weeks, even with Bitcoin's drop. That was crazy. So Bitcoin dropped to $45,000 and now it's back up 51,000, and people were making thousands of dollars reselling artwork that they've just been holding on, whether it's a few days, a few weeks. So it is a crazy world that I want to explore more, and not from the artist's point, because I'm sorry, it's all subjective. I don't really understand art as well as I'm sure other people who have a passion for it. I'm a big car guy, so I love cars, but art's just not for me. But I do see a beautiful business world aspect to it. I'm not getting super hyped up about it. Maybe you will, but we're gonna have more videos about reselling, because right now it's just rambling. So I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for almost 600 subscribers, and we shall see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And we'll check out the FICO score video. That's not gotten a lot of views, but I think it's quite valuable to those people who want to rebuild their credit score. So thanks for watching today's video. If you're new, subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye, 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 bye.